Formula One has seen decades of controversy, scandals, crashes, political wars, but nothing could have prepared the sport for what 2026 has become. This is the story of how Formula One's greatest revolution turned into its biggest nightmare. To understand why 2026 is so chaotic, we need to go back 4 years. Formula One was under pressure. Environmental groups criticized the sport for its carbon footprint. Car manufacturers threatened to leave unless F1 became more relevant to road cars. And fans were getting bored of one team dominating season after season. So the FIA made a decision. The biggest regulation change in Formula One history. New cars, new engines, new era. It sounded like salvation, but the road to chaos is always paved with good intentions. The centerpiece of the 2026 regulations was a revolutionary 50-50th split between internal combustion and electric power. In theory, it was genius. F1 becomes more sustainable. New manufacturers like Audi and Cadillac join the grid. The sport stays relevant in a world moving toward electrification. Everyone wins. That was the theory. Reality had other plans. The moment drivers got into these new cars, alarm bells started ringing. These weren't the raw, aggressive machines F1 drivers had spent their careers mastering. These were something entirely different. Energy management became the defining factor of every single lap, every corner, every straight. Drivers couldn't just attack. They had to think, calculate, conserve. It felt less like the pinnacle of motorsport and more like a very expensive, very fast video game. Nobody expressed this frustration louder than Max Verstappen, the 4-time world champion, the man who had spent years proving he was the greatest driver on the planet. Verstappen didn't hold back. He called the new Formula E on steroids. He said it wasn't fun, that the feeling wasn't Formula One, that drivers were spending more time managing energy than actually racing. For a man who lives to push every limit, every boundary, every corner, this new formula felt like a cage. And Verstappen wasn't alone. Drivers across the grid shared his frustration. The new power boost systems created a completely unpredictable racing environment. One moment a car would be fast, the next moment the same car would be slow, saving energy, harvesting power, waiting for the right moment to strike. Fans watching at home were confused. Commentators struggled to explain what was happening. And in the paddock, tensions were rising fast. But the frustration of drivers was just the beginning. Of these new regulations was something far more dangerous, a safety crisis that nobody had anticipated. When drivers deploy and conserve power differently throughout a race, something frightening happens. The speed of cars becomes unpredictable. One car enters a corner at full power. The car behind thinks it knows the pace, but suddenly the car in front slows unexpectedly to harvest energy. There's no time to react, no time to brake. Cars bunch up at terrifying speeds. And the result? Crashes. Multiple incidents in the opening races of 2026 were directly linked to this unpredictability. Drivers were furious. Team principals were furious. Even fans who had supported the new regulations began questioning whether F1 had made a catastrophic mistake. Then came the scandal that set the entire paddock on fire. Ferrari, Honda, Audi, 3 of the biggest names in motorsport, pointing fingers directly at Mercedes and Red Bull. The accusation? Exploiting a loophole in the new engine regulations, a grey area that could deliver a performance advantage lasting not just one season, but years. Fernando Alonso said he trusted the FIA but wanted all teams racing under the same rules. Mercedes boss Toto Wolff fired back, brutally, telling rivals to stop making excuses before the season even started. And then the biggest bomb dropped. Max Verstappen is reportedly considering retiring from F1 at the end of 2026. The man with 4 world championships, possibly gone, because a regulation change took the joy out of racing. 2026 was supposed to be Formula One's greatest chapter. Instead, it has become its most controversial. Welcome to Formula Classified, where F1 goes beyond the finish line. Subscribe, because this story is far from over.